What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. Jason, Joe, and Crams are here. Procol Harum week. And for side 3 this week, we are talking about organ. And I think until this week, I thought Gary Brooker played all of the organ as well. I didn't realize there was a separate organist, and he was the one playing piano. But regardless, you've got a couple different organists throughout the years with this band. Matthew Fisher in the early days, probably my favorite of them, but stellar organ work throughout by everyone involved. So we're going to talk about some of our other favorite organ parts, riffs, I guess just general organ parts. Is that what we're doing?
There's some obvious ones. There's some not obvious ones. This one is a simple ass organ part. I'm not even sure if it's an organ, but I'm going to list it. My 2008 Song of the Year starts off with an organ part, Oxford Comma by Vampire Weekend. Bum, bum. Really, the beauty of that is the conjunction of the rhythm section. I'm trying not to go with obvious stuff here. Speaking of less obvious stuff, I've got Light My Fire by The Doors, a little known organ part. Absolutely sensational. It's just got a killer riff. It's a great hook. I mean, it gets stuck in your head. It sounds like the opening of like an old like Looney Tunes cartoon or something. It's so playful and cool, and then the song goes a pretty cool direction. A nice little melodic, mellowed out organ intro with some mystique for one of Joe's favorite Zeppelin songs. I've got Your Time Is Gonna Come. Love the way it just everything kind of bleeds in with that organ, just really hazy, like smoke everywhere kind of sensations. Then I'm gonna go with the song that I believe we all had the year it came out for Song of the Year. I'm gonna go with Green Onions. So classic. I mean, it's pretty much the whole thing from the high end to the lower end, doing the it's got that cool like mischievous, almost like sneaking around prowler kind of feel to it. And one of the most overrated bands of all time does have one of the best organ parts ever. It is the intro to Foreplay Long Time by Boston. It's just so awesome. It's just like a little like before Eddie Van Halen did Eruption, that mofo did that on the organ, and it was totally awesome. I think it's really cool. Then I'm going to go with a song that has a ton of killer parts in it. One of my favorite guitar intros ever is on this song, but the little middle section where the organ just takes off in Roundabout by Yes is just awesome. And just, roundabout, and then just I was afraid I would do that a lot in this video. I'm like Chris Martin who plays the piano this close to his face. I hate that guy. Speaking of organ stuff, every few years there's like rock revival. Oh, they're a throwback rock band. All these bands do it. Jet in 2003, Greta Van Losers now, all of these, Dirty Honey, all of the Black Keys. None of them whip out the organ. You want some cred for being classic rock revival? Turn up the damn organ.
Surprised you didn't go with this one. I know you enjoy it almost as much as I do, maybe more. Probably not more, maybe the same amount. But for me, my favorite rock organist of all time, without question, is John Lord. So I got to go Child in Time. That intro part and then all the solos, it's just a tour de force. The way he's going back and forth with Blackmore and then doubling him in spots is just incredible.
I have it written down. Didn't go with it. I also have one that I think Joe will go with it. And if he doesn't, I'll mention it. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Kind of in the same vein as John Lord, I've got Easy Livin' by Uriah Heep. Just those kind of runs he does with the guitar is really cool. Love it. I like Uriah Heep. I like the old Uriah Heep stuff. I think they were good. Then I'm going Chest Fever, the band, that intro, just really cool. Garth Hudson there. Then I'm going to go Question Mark and the Mysterians with 96 Tears. Just that classic part. Love it. Super catchy, really hooky. And then for my last one, I'll throw in some Beatles. Let's go Let It Be with like the church organ coming in there in the middle. Yeah. kind of a different organ sound than your classic Hammond B3.
I also didn't want to go Deep Purple because there's so many options.
Well, I'll mention one more from Deep Purple. Uh, I think my favorite, well, they're all good, but well, God, there are so many good ones. Hush is great, but I just love Highway Star, the dueling. Like you got the friggin' ridiculous guitar solo, and then you got that organ solo kicking in. It's just good Lord, Blackmore and Lord are just the way they play off each other is phenomenal. Um, Cramser took my favorite, which is Your Time Is Gonna Come, Led Zeppelin, but I have more. Give Me Some Lovin', Spencer Davis, when that organ kicks in, it's just so big sounding. It's just, one of my all-time favorite, just like shockingly like big parts. We also have, I guess I should mention like a Rolling Stone from Bobby D. Even though it's mostly just Al Cooper, who wasn't even supposed to be there that day, just messing around, come up with the greatest organ part of all time. Cool, helping out Bob. We will do one that you might not think of, but Whipping Post from the Allman Brothers. It just like simmers and bubbles and boils underneath everything. But it is, it's so like obviously apparent when you're listening to it. Like it's such a big part of the song, but it just blends in with everything so well. Do I have any more? One, two. Yeah. What?
I purposely didn't mention my God's Honest number one because I wanted to gift it to Joe because I thought it would also be close to his number one. But if it's not on your radar,
Bust it out. Let me hear it.
it's got to be Feel So Good by Van Halen. Just so awesome.
Is that a real organ though? Isn't that a synth? I don't think I can count it.
All right.
I'll throw it back to the original Johann Sebastian Bach. We'll do Toccata and Fugue in D minor, aka the Dracula song. Just iconic. Everybody knows that. It's the greatest organ piece ever written, and most of them are by Johann Sebastian Bach, who was just the master of the instrument.
We want deep cuts in the comment section. We know We Don't Get Fooled Again is on there somewhere. We know all the obvious stuff. Whatever.
Carnival 9, there's Smoking was on my list. Burn. I think we got the big one. So, Inagata Davida, maybe people will mention that.
All right, let us know what you got. There's tons. So drop them down there. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.